my dear grade 7 learners, I am teacher Demi. Join me as we explore the wondrous nature of science. Have you ever wondered how scientists arrive at a certain solution to a problem? Well, this lesson is the perfect one for you. Let us explore together how scientists investigate. Let's learn the scientific method. You might be wondering how scientists can answer our queries about science and the world we live in, and how easily they could give solutions to our scientific problems. Well, they simply follow the scientific method. But what exactly is the scientific method? The scientific method is a systematic approach to inquiry and investigation that scientists use to study natural phenomena. It is a structured process that involves observation, hypothesis formulation, experimentation, data collection, analysis, and the formulation of the conclusions. The scientific method is designed to minimize bias, promote objectivity, and ensure the reliability and reproducibility of results. Now, what are the steps we need to follow in solving our problems? Well, there are only 6 steps in scientific method, and they are as follows. Step 1, ask a question. Step 2, do background research. Step 3, construct a hypothesis. Step 4, test your hypothesis by doing an experiment. Step 5, analyze your data and draw a conclusion. Step 6, communicate your results. Now that we already know the steps in the scientific method, let us now discover each step deeper through an experiment. But before we go through the steps in scientific method, remember the following. Take notes. Grab those pen and paper and take note important details of this lesson.
Listen carefully as there may be some words that are unfamiliar and need browsing in the dictionary.
We are now all set and ready to explore the steps in the scientific method. We will be needing the following materials for our scientific investigation. Various brands of paper towels, water, measuring cup, timer or stopwatch, marker, tray or plates. The first step in the scientific method is to ask a question. The scientific method starts when you ask a question about something that you observe. How, what, when, who, which, why, or where. In this experiment, we will investigate and answer the question, which brand of paper towel is of good quality? With this question in mind, we now on to our second step, do background research. In this step, a library search or surfing the internet is necessary. So what do you think are the important characteristics of a good quality paper towel? Well, let's see if your answer is the same as mine. This information was obtained from the internet through this reference. Absorbency is one of the most important characteristics of good quality paper towels. It shows how much fluid a particular brand of paper towel holds. To obtain reliable conclusions, we have to design the experiment very carefully. In this section, we identify the factors that might affect the absorbency of paper towels. The absorbency is affected by several factors such as the material characteristics, contact time, sheet size, liquid type, liquid temperature, surrounding temperature, and humidity, and many others. It seems that brand type and immersion time are the most important factors affecting absorbency. Therefore, we will use them as factors in our experiment. To neutralize some other variables, we will compare towels of the same sheet size and we will use water as a liquid. The response variable is the weight of water absorbed by a towel in grams. With that information, we will now construct our hypothesis for this investigation. We are now on the third step of the scientific method. Step 3, formulate a hypothesis. Let us define first what is a hypothesis. A hypothesis is a supposition or proposed explanation made on the basis of limited evidence as a starting point for further investigation. In short, it is an educated guess. With this description of what a hypothesis is, can you now make your hypothesis based on the available data we have researched a while ago? Very good! Now, for this scientific investigation, the hypothesis is the paper towel with the best water absorbency is the good quality one. Now, for us to see if our hypothesis is correct, we shall now test it through experimentation. This leads us to step number 4. Test your hypothesis through experimentation. We will now set the table materials on the table. We will be using 4 brands of paper towels and we'll label them as paper towel A, paper towel B, paper towel C, and paper towel D. We will pour the same amount of water into the different watch glasses and we will be using the same sizes of paper towels for this purpose. But before we put the paper towels in the watch glass, we will weigh them before and after soaking them in the water for us to know how much water was absorbed. Recording your data in table form will help you organize and see the results easier. Now, we are done with the experiment. And this leads us to step number 5. Analyze your data and draw a conclusion. Let us go over the data collected during the experimentation. The data table shows that brand A has the largest amount of water absorbed among the different brands of paper towels. This means that we will accept our hypothesis that the paper towel with the greatest absorbency is the best quality paper towel. Therefore, brand A is the best quality paper towel. Now that you have already a conclusion, you may proceed to step number 6. Communicate your result. After you are done with your experiment, you may opt to have your experiment written as a research paper or you may join it through a science fair in your school or community. Sometimes, for full-blown experiments, a public presentation is done or even publishing it in journals can be done. We are done with the lesson on the steps of conducting a scientific investigation. Let us see if you have learned something today by answering my questions. you got the answer correctly, very good! Congratulations on making it, and I hope you have learned something from me today. The scientific method is not just important in the field of natural science. We can also use it in solving our day-to-day problems, which will help us make informed and good decisions in life. We will end our lesson here. Remember that learning science is always fun. It leads you to discover things beyond your imagination and to think with endless possibilities. Once again, this is Teacher Demi, your chemistry buddy.